Morning, sir. We also have our end user representative from the ADMS. Also in attendance today, Mr. Chair, are the members of the Technical Working Group, back Secretariat, and we invited observers from COA Resident Auditor, NGO EBJFI, PCAI, PICE, and Internal Audit Service. Four of the seven members today, Mr. Chair, are present, and we do have a quorum, sir.
All right, thank you. Once again, good morning, everyone. So, considering there's already a quorum, let's start the meeting proper. Let's begin with the pre-bid conference for consultancy services for appraisal of land and improvements, including crops and trees for the expansion of Ross Airport. We have bidders for this.
For this, Mr. Chair, we do not have bidders online, but we will proceed, Mr. Chair, with the pre-bidding conference.
All right, just to comply with the procedure, let's present these.
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair. ADMS, please.
Good morning, everyone. Let me share my screen. Now presenting the pre-bidding for procurement of appraisal services for the expansion of Rojas Airport. For the project background, Department of Transportation downloaded project for site acquisition of Rojas Airport's planned strip width correction from 100 meters to 150 meters to comply with the minimum strip width for airports under Code 4C. ADMS has identified the area for acquisition, subject to validation by the survey services to be procured at the same time with the appraisal services. An engagement of services of an independent property appraiser or IPA in compliance to Section 6 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act Number 10752, otherwise known as the Right-of-Way Act. For the project objectives, to determine the current market value of the land, the replacement cost of structures and improvements, and the current market value of crops and trees in the properties as affected by the right-of-way requirement of the project. Next, to recommend the appropriate price offer for negotiated sale of the affected properties, and to provide technical assistance, if necessary, to the implementing agency or IA on the negotiated sale proceedings and in administrative and judicial processes for other modes of ROW acquisition as needed, including the attendance therein of the concerned independent property appraiser technical personnel. I'm showing you the initial area identified. Highlighted in blue is the existing fenced area of the Rojas Airport, and highlighted in yellow is the subject area for the expansion of Rojas Airport. Next, now proceeding to the invitation to bid with the project title, Procurement of Appraisal Services for the Expansion of Rojas Airport. The source of fund, GAA CY 2016 DOTR downloaded projects. The approved budget for the contract or the ABC is 2,148,500 pesos. For the bid data sheet, key staff, licensed property appraiser accredited by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP. The duration is 65 calendar days. Applicable fee for the bidding documents is 5,600 inclusive of the 12% VAT. On the screen is the invitation to bid. Under the invitation to bid clause 10.1c, the minimum required experience of proposed professional staff is as follows. Personnel/minimum qualification is a professional appraiser. Minimum years of experience, 10 years. And proof of profession, valid license. 17.3, each bidder shall submit one original of the technical and financial proposals of its bid. Now proceeding to the terms of reference, In providing the services and delivering the desired outputs, the independent property appraiser shall use the Philippine Valuation Standards or PVS and observe the following standards and specifications listed under Section 7 of the Republic Act number 10752. As required in Section 5 of the Republic Act numbers 10752, the independent property appraiser shall determine the compensation price for number 1, the current market value of the land, number 2, the replacement cost of structures and improvements therein, and number 3, the current market value of crops and trees therein. For the scope of work, inception report, appraisal report, and court appearance if acquisition progresses into expropriation proceedings. Recommendations. Number 1, mode of procurement, public bidding, consulting services. Number 2, evaluation procedure, quality cost-based evaluation or QCDE. And number 3, criteria and ratings for evaluation of HRB. Letter A, technical is 70%, which breaks down to 28% of experience and capability of the independent property appraiser, 21% for quality of personnel to be assigned to the project. That the other 21% plan of approach and methodology, and for the financial 30%. Proceeding to the checklist of technical documents, bid documents technical proposal. Letter A, original of duly signed and accomplished technical proposal submission form or form TPF1. And letter B, consultants references form TPF2. And letter C, comments and suggestions of consultant on the terms of reference and on data, services, and facilities to be provided by the procuring entity or form TPF3. And D, description of the methodology and work plan for performing the project, form TPF4. And E, team composition and task, form TPF5. F, format of curriculum vitae or CV for proposed professional staff, form TPF6. And letter G, time schedule for professional personnel, form TPF7. And H, activity or work schedule, form TPF8. I, original copy of bid security. If in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, prescribed form in Section 7 bidding forms. And letter J, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS, prescribed form in Section 7 bidding forms, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the checklist of financial documents, bid documents financial proposal. Letter A, original of duly signed and accomplished financial proposal submission form or form FPF1 and other documentary requirements under Republic Act number 9184. Letter B, summary of cost, form FPF2. Letter C, breakdown of price per activity, form FPF3. Letter D, breakdown of remuneration per activity, form FPF4. Letter E, reimbursables per activity, form FPF5. F, miscellaneous expenses, form FPF6. And letter G, bill of materials and cost estimates, CAPBAC SF Annex A, form 1. That would be all. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, would like to inform the committee, sir, that we already have bidders who joined our pre-bidding conference for this project, sir.
All right. Sige. At this juncture, let's open the floor for any questions from our prospective bidders based on the presentation.
To all our prospective bidders, do you have any questions, clarifications? You wish to be acknowledged, kindly raise the raise hand button po. Go ahead, Miss Jackie. You're acknowledged po.
Hi, sir. Hi, ma'am. Good morning. This is Jackie from Lichu Property Consultants. I just want to ask actually a couple of questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Kasi we noticed kasi in your website that two other appraisers are qualified or are shortlisted in this project. And there's a separate posting that we are also qualified for this project. I just want to clarify if does that mean tatlo po kaming magbibid for this specific project?
All those who are qualified, ma'am, may submit their or may tender their bid proposal po.
Kasi that's the reason why I ask, sir. Kasi during the shortlisting, opening of the shortlisting conducted last month, August 20, we were the only company qualified or shortlisted. That's why I asked po kasi the two other companies that was posted was disqualified during that shortlisting.
Ma'am, are you referring to the expansion of the Rojas Airport?
Yes, sir.
ADMS, please, can you clarify on this matter?
Hello sir. Pasensya na po sir kasi wala akong idea si Ma'am Lulit po kasi yung nakapag-attend last time nung during the eligibility meeting.
Ma'am, we will reply to you on that in writing na lang po,
Okay.
clarifying all those items that you raised po.
Thank you so much. And then another question, sir, just to clarify, there will be complete documents to be provided naman to us, diba? Such as the TCTs, building plan and floor plan, and then the list of crops and trees included for this project, right?
ADMS, are you providing those items?
Hello ma'am. For the contract ma'am, it is included in your scope of work ma'am. So kayo po yung magde-determine ng measurements like yung measurements ng mga bahay and then yung mga fixtures sa bahay kung ito ba ay light material or concrete. So kasama po 'yun sa scope of work niyo po. And then
Okay.
research po ng mga title po.
Okay, we will provided naman yung, so lahat ng TCT, sir, will not be provided, right?
Yes po ma'am. What we
Even
can
the-
provide is the parcellary plan, the lot area. So meron ibang services po 'yun sa survey services po. And the rest po para ma-accomplish yung work nyo, yan po yung scope.
Okay, sir. But having said that, we will be provided with a authorization letter or SPAs if needed for us to acquire the TCTs naman, sir, right? Kasi there
Yes
are
po,
the
ma'am.
LRAs. Apo. All right, thank
Yes
you.
po ma'am, we will provide the letter po. Authorization
Okay,
letter.
thank you. Okay. And then another question, sir. Under eligibility documents under 1.2, it says that yung licensed appraiser or registered appraiser, are there minimum requirement of how many licensed appraisers are needed?
At least isa lang po ma'am kung sino yung pipirma po.
Oh, okay. Kasi in our report kasi, sir, we usually have 2 or more. So at least 1 will do.
Yes po ma'am kasi only one representative lang naman po yung pipirma sa final
Kailangan.
appraisal report po. Yes po.
Okay, sige. Thank you, sir. And then another question under 2.1.3-2, regarding the ongoing and completed contracts with the government and private entities. How about those that we have NDAs? Would it be okay not to disclose?
Attorney Marty?
Ma'am, again, ma'am,
Regarding po dun sa eligibility 2.1.A.2, yung complete list of ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including those who are awarded but not yet started. We also have kasi contracts that has NDA. Would it be okay not to disclose?
ma'am, you can include the contract, but the specifics you can opt not to include. We will just ask during the post-qualification po.
So halimbawa, sir, contract amount but not the client name and not the specific location of the property, would that be okay?
I think, ma'am, the contract name, but well, maybe the location you can just indicate that well,
Kunyari,
you have
ano, sir?
you have an NDA with that
Apo.
company.
Oo, kasi our NDAs kasi include not to disclose the client name and the specific location. We'll just put na lang with NDA. Would that be okay?
Yes, ma'am, just indicate the name of the project or and then indicate NDA. We will just verify it during the evaluation process.
Okay, sige. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am,
Another question. Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
I'd
Go
like
ahead.
to go back to your previous question, the first question that you raised earlier.
Yes, sir.
If you notice po in our posting sa website po namin, only Lichu Property Consultant is shortlisted for this project po.
Mhm. Kasi below, sir, there's another two companies eh. So that's not included na po.
That's not included po. Kasi baka
Okay.
na-confuse lang po kayo dun sa
Opo.
ano. So that's why I mentioned earlier that only those shortlisted will be allowed to submit or their bid proposal or tender their proposal. So only Lichu for this project is shortlisted po.
Okay, thank you for clarifying, sir. Another question po, few more, sorry. Another question is, when submitting the documents for bidding, do we need to resubmit the documents that we have previously submitted during the shortlisting?
Which document are you referring, ma'am? Because
Those that we submitted po during the shortlisting, like CVs, and ganun po. Do we need
If
to
it is-
resubmit those?
if it is still part of the checklist, ma'am, during the
Mhm.
opening of the proposals, then you have to resubmit it. Otherwise, it is non-submission.
Thank you, sir. And then, last four questions, sir. Sorry. For the
Go
TD
ahead.
Form 3, statement of key staff for consulting service, is this for one form per one appraiser?
ADMS.
Yes, ma'am. Mas maganda po kung every staff po meron
Mhm.
may form po.
Thank you, sir. And also, it was indicated yung at the top portion of the form na may license appraiser. We have kasi staff, sir, that yet to have their license. Inaantay lang nila yung advice from the PRC for the schedule of application for their license because they just recently passed. Would they be included or then include na lang in the or note na lang in the form that their license is yet to get or paano po ba?
As long as na meron kayang isang appraiser na license, ma'am, that would be fine po.
Okay.
And
Thank you, sir.
also, ma'am, yung iba kasi, ma'am, nag-include sila ng mga civil engineers and foresters.
Yes
That
po.
that
Opo.
would be fine po.
Okay, thank you, sir. And then, yung sa technical po, yung plan of approach, wala namang specific format, no? We can just send our own format.
I believe ma'am, meron po tayong naka-specify doon sa terms of reference po. Please look into that na lang po.
Sige po, I'll double check. And then for TPF2, this is per appraiser per project conducted, right, sir? So possible na one appraiser, multiple TPF2. Just to clarify.
Come again, ma'am?
Yung sa TPF2 po, yung let me just call out yung title ng yung relevant services carried out in the last 5 years. It's possible, sir, no? Or is this one appraiser per one project? So meaning if a certain appraiser has multiple same projects, possible po na one appraiser, multiple TPF2. Tama po ba?
I'm not sure, ma'am. Balikan po kita regarding that.
Sige po. Thank you, sir. And then we just need a little help regarding TPF7, sir. How do we indicate the number of hours? Yung kasi nakalagay schedule of personal appraiser. Kasi di ba nakalagay, sir, may months ng bar chart. So is it okay na i-shade lang? Kunyari ako, Jackie, my position, and then my activities. And then i-shade namin dun sa months bar kung gaano katagal matatapos. Did I understand it right po? Kung paano i-fill up?
Yes, ma'am. Much better po if daily, weekly, wag naman po monthly kasi 65 days lang po yung calendar days
Oh.
natin.
Kaso yung sa form kasi, sir, in months, ang nakalagay.
Yes, ma'am. We can customize naman, ma'am.
Okay lang po siya i-edit.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And then another question. Yung sa, it was mentioned a while ago, yung sa bid documents financial proposal, under letter G, bill of materials and cost estimates. What does this mean po? Bill of materials of what?
This is referring to the tawag dito, yung sa replacement cost ng mga structures po, ma'am. Dapat po detailed po.
Okay. Okay, sige. Then using the form.
Yes po, using the form po. So, dapat naka-indicate doon kung, for example, roofing, kung ilang roof sa...
Possible for replacement.
Yes po.
Okay. Okay.
And then indicate the price each item po.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And then just to clarify lang, the miscellaneous expenses and the reimbursable per activity, ito po yung expenses possible to be incurred during our inspection and during the course of activity for this project, right?
Yes po, ma'am, including the research, the rental.
And kasi, sir, just to ask, this one, does this include VAT or VAT-X? Kasi I believe this amount will be computed and then add to sum it up for the bidding or financial bid that you will submit, right? Dapat mag-match.
Yes. Match po sa...
Apo, tama ba, sir, na dapat VAT-X siya? Yung breakdown.
Wait lang. Attorney Marty, tama ba? I'm not really particular with that.
It's really the ADMS form. But ma'am, we will just issue or we will just reply to you on your query on this. We will first clarify, ma'am, with the technical personnel of ADMS, the one who prepare these documents.
Sige po. Kasi I'm afraid baka hindi mag-match or hindi mag-tally.
Yeah, that's
Kasi on
correct
the
po.
FPF2, it says subtotal. So I'm thinking that's VAT-X. And then kasi nakalagay dito sa baba, local taxes. So that's possibly the VAT. And then the total amount. So that's the total financial proposal. I was thinking on the following or succeeding forms if it's VAT-X, just to be sure. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Noted on that, ma'am. We will just
Okay.
reply to you, or we will just communicate the reply of the end user on this one, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. For me, that would be all.
Ma'am, just a
Sorry
reminder
for
po. Yeah,
series of questions.
no problem po. Ma'am, just a reminder, in the CV of the personnel, dapat po nakalagay doon yung experience and trainings po ng mga tao po.
Yes, sir. And for that, yung sa series of sorry, for trainings, do we need to provide yung certificates
Not necessary naman
or
po. Kasi that
okay.
will be
Sige.
verified during the evaluation process.
Apo, sige. Thank you, sir.
All right. Mr. Chair, having no other questions, sir, we can now formally close the pre-bidding conference for this project, sir.
All right. With that, let's already close this pre-bid conference. Maraming salamat to everyone who attended this pre-bid conference, and we look forward to your submissions.
Thank you, sir.